it's Mel. Welcome back to Mel Reads It, and today we're doing another book talk, rating the books that come in my book boxes. This is my fairyloot edition. This is my fairyloot edition of Only a Monster by Vanessa Len, and it says only a monster can kill a hero. And this was our book for January, and this one does come with exclusive cover and sprayed edges, beautifully done. And it has end page artwork that is decadent. Y'all know me and my artwork. I do not play when it comes to my character art. And of course it is signed, along with more artwork on the back. And it has a beautiful naked back cover. fairyloot always does this. They always put the characters on the book of their naked back covers, and they always do it in like some type of stenciling. I love a naked hardback. I truly do. But the characters, I just don't want them on. I want something else, like symbols or something, or like some other form of art, but it's still very beautiful. So Only a Monster is about this girl Joan, and she is half monster, half human. So pretty much she spends her summers with her mom's side of the family, which is her monster side, and they always tell her, you can't tell anyone you're a monster, you must always keep it a secret. And she spends her other majority of her life with her father's side, the human side. And this is portraying her adventures when she goes to visit her family in the summertime. She thinks everything's going good in her life. She has this beautiful job that she loves and enjoys, and she actually has a new date with a guy she's been obsessed with, so she's thinking her life is going super well and super good. And lo and behold, she tries to do a good act of a Samaritan, and everything kind of falls to absolute chaos. She pretty much discovers her powers, and the story starts to unfold. She ends up in this battle between different monster families and trying to save her own monster family, and pretty much there's a bunch of time travel and a contemporary form of time travel. Yes, that's how I think you would really like this book. This book had lots of modern day references, which I'm not into contemporary, but if you are, you would like this book way more than I did. I still give it a 4 stars. It was because it wasn't predictable, and the ending was such a plot twist. I was shooketh. I did not expect that to happen, and because I didn't expect that to happen, I will be reading the next book in this series. I did predict when I got this book that this would be a love triangle of such. In this book, it's not particularly a love triangle, but I feel like it's setting the premise to become a love triangle, because she has to team up with a rival monster's family's son, and they're pretty much working together to solve like what's happening to their families, which is really interesting because it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet in a way, and it is very lovely. I thought it was so much fun reading. This book was very different, and I feel like that's been the loop with fairyloot books. Along with The Year of the Ripper, they were both very different books and different forms of contemporary, different forms of YA writing that I personally haven't read before. Like, I didn't expect how this book was, and I didn't expect how this book was, which I thought was very nice. It definitely gave me it didn't give me the predictable YA trope feels that I usually get, even though it did have like tropes. Like, I feel like the tropes this one would have is like enemies to lovers, potentially down the line, and a love triangle, as well as I'm not like other girls-ish. So far I have noticed that they are doing lots of contemporary-ish more writing for the fantasy world, like fantasy contemporary writing. Only a Monster and the other book, The Coldest Touch, was very contemporary, while this one wasn't. This was the other book that fairyloot has sent me, and I feel like I'm not into contemporary, so I end up not liking it, but I actually really like this one because of how twisted it is and unexpected it is, and I just did not expect anything that really happened in the book. As far as this goes, I stayed up all night one night reading this when I really should have been asleep. That's how captivating it was. Even though it wasn't captivating in the same way I feel like my true fantasies captivate me, this is more of a side piece fantasy, but it's It's also not a side piece fantasy. I don't know how to explain it truly, but it's a good book. I say if you like YA contemporary with a little bit of fantasy thrown in, you will like this. The romance wasn't hardcore at all. You would like this. It's a side piece romance, but I feel like it's meant to be a side piece romance because it's setting the stage for more romance down the line. So I'm excited for the romance part. And it's pretty easy, quick read. I think you could probably read this in 1 or 2 days. It's about 360 pages, which has been on par for my fairyloot books so far as well. So far with fairyloot in competition with Illumicrate as far as the books that come in the book boxes, I still have to say that I like Illumicrate books more because they have one of my 5-star books that came in their box, which was This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi. This was one of my first 5-star reads of 2022, so I still think that Illumicrate holds a very special place in my heart because they gave me my first 5-star read of 2022, and I'm still waiting for fairyloot to step up the game. But so far, they're still doing very well, like a 4-star book. The Coldest Touch I did DNF, so that brought them down, but that one would have been like a 3-star book. Maybe a 4-star if the ending was better. I didn't read the ending. I totally DNF'd that. And The Year of the Ripper was definitely like a 4-star. Could have been a 3-star if the ending wasn't as good. I look forward to reading more work by Vanessa Len, and I'm definitely reading her second book in this series because I need to know what happens. I really do. I hope you guys are enjoying reading your monthly book box books, and I hope you guys have a great day. Be sure to subscribe. Remember, I'm here every Friday, and happy reading. Bye!